Hi.
Oh, tell you, Robert, I could do this forever.
Oh, what's that, love?
Shop in New York City. Just give me an open charge account and set me loose. It's my idea of heaven.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
You look a million miles away.
Well, I'm just thinking, really.
About Dr. Campbell?
Indirectly.
Oh, I don't understand.
I'm curious about something. Was Grant Putnam in Port Charles the night Campbell disappeared?
I don't know. Why?
I'm just wondering whether he may not have been in New York City. One thing's for certain. Whoever went after Campbell knows Port Charles and me.
Apparently. But what's the connection? Who back home is linked to both of you?
The one person in Port Charles who was in contact with me and Campbell was Grant Putnam.
You really think he's a suspect?
It's a possibility.
But an unlikely one.
Well, I know it's a long shot, but let's face it. I mean, this case is hardly top-heavy in clues.
But Grant Putnam?
It's the only link between the both of us.
Don't you think you're putting a little too much weight on the note that was found with Dr. Campbell's tape recorder?
Well, that's all I have to go on, love.
Yet maybe it was meant to put you off track.
At this point, I'm not on any track at all. I mean, even a false one's better than nothing. I mean, at least it's a place to start.
The note implied that you stopped whoever this person is from getting at Dr. Campbell, right?
Right.
When were you around to do that?
I've not the slightest idea.
Was there any such incident with Grant Putnam?
None that I can remember.
I don't know, Robert. What would Grant Putnam have to gain by killing Dr. Campbell if he really is dead?
I don't know, love. I don't have any answers. I'm sitting here trying to pull together a few pieces and nothing fits.
And Grant Putnam really did seem genuinely upset when he found out that Dr. Campbell was missing.
Seems so to me.
Why would he risk everything to get rid of his former psychiatrist?
I'm not saying he did. I'm just examining all the possibilities, even the unlikely ones.
Seems to me you're heading for a dead alley.
I'm not going to know that till I start to troop down it, am I?
What about the psychotic patient theory, where somebody, we don't know who it is, follows him to Port Charles and tries to do him in?
Yeah, well, the one patient we had didn't kind of pan out, so that remains just a theory. What we're left with is a rather shaky relationship between Putnam, Campbell, and yours truly.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to find out if Grant Putnam was in Port Charles the night that Campbell went to New York City.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to question him again.
I intend to.
Does that mean we have to go back to Port Charles?
You ready for that?
No. I'd be quite happy to stay here another month.
Well, I'm sorry I can't. However, I guess we can stretch it a few more days.
Oh, good. I thought you would be anxious to go back and talk to Grant Putnam.
Well, I am, but I've also got to get a line on Ginny Blake. Huh?
Oh, should have known there was more business.
Come on, love, that's the reason we're here, remember?
Speak for yourself.
Look, come on. I knew it was going to be like this.
Yeah, I suppose, but I did think I might just bump into you occasionally. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that we were staying in the same room, I don't think I'd see you at all.
Has it been that bad?
Oh, I've quite enjoyed the trip. But I would like to see more of you.
I mean, bedtime and breakfast isn't good enough?
So I'm selfish.
I guess I have been a little unavailable of late.
Would I have spent all my time shopping if you weren't?
What do you suppose I should do about that?
I think you should allocate a lot more of your time for me.
How does tonight sound?
You mean it?
Get yourself all dressed up and find out.
So what should I look forward to?
Well, let's do the town. I think an early dinner, then theater. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Good. Then that's the game plan. You get dressed, and while you're doing that, I shall check out one Ginny Blake.
How?
Well, I know where she lives. I'll just go around there and see what turns up.
Oh, who turns up?
That too.
When will you be back?
In plenty of time to get dressed for dinner.
How do you know she hasn't moved away?
Well, I don't.
Well, if she has, you could always speak to the manager, especially if he lives there. You know, he might be able to give you a few leads or something.
Good idea.
Oh, be very careful you don't give yourself away, okay? You know, pose as a friend. Don't go in as the police. I'll never talk to you.
I remember that.
Maybe I should go with you.
Ah, you just can't get enough of the old detective work, can you, eh?
I wouldn't know. You didn't never give me the chance to find out. Oh, Sherlock.
Holly, look, I really have to go.
Without your gloves?
No, I guess not.
Some detective you'd make, you don't even know it's snowing outside.
This is hers.
Thank you.
It won't do you any good. Like I said, the lady isn't home.
You never can tell.
Suit yourself.
Well, I may just hang around till she gets back.
You could have a long one.
Well, I'm in no hurry. Tell me, how long has Miss Blake lived here?
A few years.
You know her well?
Not really. I only see her to take her checks.
I see. Tell me, has, she ever been late with a month's rent?
Pays on time every time.
Huh?
Not like some of the other tenants I've gotten here.
Yeah.
Miss Blake keeps to herself, but she's no trouble. At least she didn't used to be.
What do you mean?
Well, you tell me, Commissioner. What have you got on her?
What makes you think I've got anything on her?
It's all that coming and going, isn't it? She's up to something and you're on to her, right?
Wrong.
What are you doing here?
I live here, remember?
I thought you were gone.
Obviously. I'm not up to anything, not that it's any of your business, but if you want to play cops or robbers, why don't you do it someplace else, okay? I'm Ginny Blake.
Robert Scorpio, Police Commissioner of Port Charles.
Please come in, Mr. Scorpio. I've been expecting you.
You or didn't you offer Rick Weber a bribe?
Well, I'm sure getting the blame for it, that's for sure, thanks to Brock.
You trying to tell me you didn't offer Rick that bribe?
No, what I'm trying to say is you don't know the whole story.
That's why I'm here for a few questions.
Maybe you ought to be questioning Weber, Commissioner. I mean, he's the one who committed the crime.
I'm not so sure about that.
I told you what he did.
I'm more interested in what you've done, Miss Blake, in that you've used the fact that you're Mike's mother to get close to the Webers.
That has got nothing to do with what happened.
Just a big coincidence, huh?
Yeah, it is a big coincidence. But you want facts? I'll give you facts. One, Rick Weber solicited a bribe. I heard him clearly ask for a payoff. I obliged him.
Why?
To catch him in the act, which is exactly what I did.
And why would you want to trap Rick Weber? I mean, are you the Cape Crusader in your spare time?
I don't like to see big, important honchos take advantage of innocent people.
And I feel the same way about con artists.
Oh, great. Great. Weber's the criminal. I got the 3rd degree.
Maybe that's because I don't buy your story.
All right, what do you want me to do?
Are you prepared to testify in a court of law to what you've told me here?
Absolutely.
Are you aware of the penalties for perjury in this state?
I'm not lying.
Well, we're going to find out one way or another. Tell me, whose money did you use in the payoff, Brock's?
His company's.
You had access to $25,000? That's a lot of petty cash.
Brock trusts me with company checks. I can sign without a counter signature. Weber asked for $25,000. I signed, no problem.
Not for you, anyway.
I don't know how much more proof you need.
There's more to this than meets the eye, Miss Blake, and I intend to prove it.
All right, great. You go ahead. You do that. Right ahead. But right now, for now, Mr. Commissioner, I think you have taken up enough of my time.
You've seen nothing yet.
Cheerio, Commissioner.
We'll be in touch. You can bet on it. Hi. Well, guess I'm a little late, huh? I can explain. Well, you see, what happened was that Ginny was a little late in getting back. And so I decided to hang around, and, well, when she got back, we chatted for a little, and here I am.
What did you do? Take her to the dinner and theater?
Oh, come on, Holly, please, look,
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Business comes first and second and third. I don't think I even come in the top 10.
Oh, darling, that's not true. Come on, look. You know that you're numero uno with me.
Yes, that's why you stood me up.
Look, I've been trying to shake Ginny Blake's story regarding the bribe.
Which is?
That Rick solicited the payoff. She claims was made on behalf of DeLise.
Under orders from Brock.
Well, that part's a bit unclear. However, she did say that it had nothing to do with her being Mike's mother.
And you believe that?
You don't?
Of course not. It's the biggest load of rubbish I ever heard. It's obvious that Brock was using Mike to get at Rick. Well, he figured that Rick would back down and reopen DeLise rather than be raked over the coals by the press as a corrupt public official. Well, when he refused to stand down, then Brock panicked and he just went too far. What's so funny?
I'm sorry, go on, go on.
Oh, you think I'm wrong?
No. No, I mean, you're probably right. However, you are without a doubt the most mercurial person I've ever met.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, just a few minutes ago, you were roaring crazy mad at me. Now, you've forgotten it.
I have not forgotten.
Oh, yes, you had until I reminded you. And you want to know why?
No.
Because you love playing detective.
I do a very good job at it, too.
You'll do.
Give me a couple of days and I could solve this case.
Yeah, well, I'd sooner take you to dinner. You are still hungry.
I'm famished.
Well, we'll have to do a rain check on the theatre, but, well, you at least have the benefit of my company for the remainder of the evening. How's that? Maybe after, too.
Well, that's fine, as long as you promise to tell me all about the Ginny Blake case whilst we die.
Don't you ever think of anything else but business?
Now, about Ginny Blake.
Oh, come on, love. I haven't even had my first jug of martinis yet.
Well, we shouldn't waste valuable time. This is an important case.
They all are.
Oh, that reminds me. Whilst I was sitting waiting for you, I had a lot of time to think.
You like to rub it in, don't you?
What you were saying about talking to Grant Putnam again,
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. You have to question him about Dr. Campbell's disappearance.